Hi traders, Anthony here. Just taking a look at the dollar yen at the moment. 4-hour chart. We'll just go out to a daily. I've marked these levels across here. What we have is key levels of support, just where these candles have closed previously. And then we've got a resistance up here. The thing about this is we've traded down to a key level here. Strong bearish movement, definitely. And I am looking for an opportunity. The opportunity for me is going to play out if we get a pullback. The first thing I want to do is just go back to these other charts I've got over here. Right, so we know that there's a strong risk-off sentiment in the market at the moment. Okay, so I've got my multi layout here, the indexes, S&P, US 100 here, Dow Jones, etc. And the volatility index, so we can see just how much fear is in the market. Actually, this is on a weekly chart at the moment. Let's take it down to a daily. Oh, actually, no, we'll leave it here because this is interesting. If we open this guy up, we can see clearly that this is kind of following a similar kind of pattern. I mean, it just maps out beautifully. So we're getting this pullback. How long this lasts is anybody's guess. I mean, the Fed is going to be printing money like crazy and doing everything they can in their power to reverse this. Be a little bit careful with this. Let's just call it a level. So, we've traded down to this weekly high over here, this candle close. It wouldn't surprise me we've perhaps traded sideways for a bit. I've got this chart open as well. So if we're going to look at say a dollar yen opportunity, this is another way we can size up the situation. We have our indexes. We can see that we've got a risk-off sentiment. So money's going to flow into the Japanese yen, safe haven currencies. Let's take it back to a daily. So I mean, if you are looking for a trade opportunity, this is one way that we can kind of approach it. And then we have the currency indexes. So we can take two of these. So if we move back out of here to a two-chart layout, I'll just go over here to my list. So I've got the currency index list. Take a snapshot if you like. It's a handy thing to have. So we want the say the US dollar yen. So we'll put the DXY up the top here, and then we'll grab the JXY, the Japanese. Now here's the thing. So if we go back to our chart, notice how we've traded down to this key level here. So the market is overextended. Go to a 4-hour. Okay, so we're finding a little bit of support. We're consolidating here at the moment. If we go back to this this chart layout, have a look at the DXY. See how this is traded down into this is the 100-day moving average. We have key levels, and we could mark these out on the daily. Just take these candle open and close candle bodies. All right, so we can see where we are currently, and we've traded down to this low here. All right, got this price gap over here. All right, so we have a liquidity void that this could push through fairly quickly. It's kind of traveling through this at the moment. Okay, so we'll just mark out a couple of levels. So that's where we are at the moment. If we take it down to a 4-hour, I mean, I don't want to analyze this thing to death, but this is painting a picture here. It's giving us a pretty good idea of. So on the 4-hour, see how we've traded up into this key level here. And if you want to take the 200-day moving average into consideration. So the Japanese yen had a big push, now consolidating, so we could get a rollover here. This could pull back. So if we think about our dollar yen chart, what that means, and as well with the US dollar currency, the DXY, we've traded down into a big level, and it's the 100-day moving average. See how we're finding some support here. Okay, so there's a little bit of a pullback. So there's a potential for this to kind of hold here and pull back, and the same thing with this. So then if we consider that, we go back to this chart here, the opportunity that I'm looking for now is going to be, oh well, we can even take it down to a 1-hour chart and get a bit closer to the action. So even if you want to try your fibs, pull your fib for example. See how I've got my fib colored here? The 50 to the 618 is my ideal entry. So we're definitely bearish. no doubt, lower highs, lower lows, and but you know, we know that there's a big level of support down here. So I'm looking at something like that, and then a trade opportunity. So that's one way to approach this. So now let's go over to our TWA indicators, same chart here, and I'll open up the daily. The thing with this is you want to be notified when we have opportunities like this, and we can set up an alert off our trend channel indicator here on the daily to let us know when we get a range breakout. So this is telling us that this range low here, okay, there's a breakout on the 1 day time frame. So there's the breakout on the daily, and then you know we can go down to the 4 hour and get closer to the action. So this alert fires. We come into the chart, we have a look. You'll find that the 4 hour alert would have fired earlier, so we could mark that and send that across. Okay, so down to the 4 hour. All right, notice the alerts. Okay, so this is our daily alert firing here. And what you can do, if that's the case, broken out of the cloud here, well, you can always, off this, you can come back in on the Fib pullback, or however you work out your entry. When the market trades back to the mean, this center median line here, that's your entry short there on the 4 hour. The thing is, you've got the signals here on the 4 hour. So you know, we set these up. If we go to our alerts for the current symbol, pull that down, trend channel 4 hour alert. So we've got these set up, and I mean, here's a trend reversal situation. We've got that going on. These are fired prior to the daily. If we like the 4 hour entry, or you like these 4 hour alerts, and by the way, the 1 hour, if you've set this up on an hourly, that's going to go off prior to the 4 hour chart. As soon as we get a break of that, your hourly alerts are going to fire. Okay, so just taking a look at this now on the hourly chart. This one had a lot of momentum. So I mean, you know, there's your fib pullback on the hourly. Let's just pull our fib here. All right, there's your entry. You're going to set up your first pending order right on the 50% there. That's your range in here for entry, and then you've got, this is pulled back up into here. So you've got, if you've set up a couple of pending orders, you've probably got a couple of fills in this zone. But I want to show you this. We'll just go back here. Yeah, have a look at this trend here. Notice, you know, we've got the breakout of the range. We've got our signals, and there's one pullback and there's another pullback. So, you know, you'd probably take that one long. But here's the thing with this. As far as like reading a trend reversal, notice the push here, how strong this impulse leg was. Pullback, blah, blah, blah. And another big strong push. It leans over a bit more. Pullback. Another strong push, but just look and see what's happening in the market. See how the momentum's really waning through here? It's losing steam. I mean, you can see it. You know what I mean? So you want to have a look at the trend, have a look at the price action and see what it's telling you. And then when you get your signals like this on the hourly chart, you know, it's increasing the probability factor. All right. So we want to know when these balance areas are cracked. All right. So we just come in and click on the alert we want, add the alert, and then we just once per bar, blah, 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 you know. So, I mean, I think that kind of wraps up the dollar yen for today. If you've gained something from the video, support my channel. Help me grow with a thumbs up and a comment. I'd really appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell. Check the links in the description below. Gain access to the indicators and these signals. We get some pretty nice trade setups with these. This is another strategy altogether. And look at that one. Okay, so with that, guys, have a great day, and see you in the next video.